How's it going, everyone? It's your girl Rocket Gal, and welcome to another summoning session. Looks like we've got the Wind banner out now. Last year we got Flame Tribe, this time Wind Tribe. So yeah, this had some pretty cool and interesting units. Claude, first and foremost, has a pretty interesting skill, and interesting B skill as well. The rest are also pretty interesting as well. So we are going to be summoning on this. We're also going to summon on this Rearmed and Ascendant Heroes one. Although the only rearmed unit is Lift, so we're just gonna go for that one eventually too. So yeah, let's dive right in. Definitely have seen, okay, no greens, but that's fine. Definitely have seen a lot more people upset with this banner than actually happy with it. I guess they just weren't into the theme, which, you know, I get. At the same time, you know, maybe just back off a little bit, you know? Because I like the theme. Wind Tribe is cool. I like how we are going. Oh, hey, speaking of Wind Tribe Fates-related things, here is Queen Mikoto. Alright, actually pretty good. She's got pretty good fodder. Well, okay, well, decent fodder. Her staff is still kind of decent. For the most part, I suppose. I mean, it's not like as good as it used to be, but it's alright. So yeah, cool to get a copy of her. Very nice. But yeah, this I've been seeing some people on Twitter not super loving this. Oh baby, nice! My first ever Rhea. I am Rhea, Archbishop of the Church of Saros. I wish to bring the light of hope to Fodlan and ask her alike. That is cool. That is awesome. Oh no, my attack. Alright, it's whatever. I don't think I'm gonna be foddering this one, because this is my first copy, so I don't think I'm gonna be foddering Attack Res Scal 4, although apparently it's really good on characters like Myrrh. Myrrh's stonks have gone way up recently, and I can see why, so maybe, hopefully I can get another copy of her down the line and give Scal to her. But yeah, that is actually really awesome. Always really wanted to get a Rhea, and now I got her, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, looking forward to summoning on this banner. Hopefully, I'm trying to get one copy of everyone. I'm not trying to merge anyone necessarily, although I would love to go for Claude merges, because, you know, Claude's my boy. But, you know, we're just gonna see what we can get. And oh my god! There we go, a Brave Byleth. That is awesome. Decent fodder. Speed preempt's still always great to get. Alright, okay. Well, no, bad IVs, but you know, it is what it is, so there we go. But, you know, we're getting a lot of 5 stars. They're not the 5 stars on the banner, but, you know, 5 stars are 5 stars. Hopefully Byleth could get a good weapon refine down the line. Speaking of weapon refines, we got the CYL5 weapon refines, and I will admit they are slightly underwhelming. Definitely expected more, especially since they're CYL units. So, yeah, let's just go over them one by one. Let me just pull them up. I probably should have done this sooner. Pull up the Fire Emblem Heroes Wiki. Doing 2 things at once is not easy. I mean, I'll pull up the weapon refine for y'all in editing, but I need to like look at the weapon refine now, or else I'm gonna talk out of my ass and not know what the fuck's going on. Okay, so here is Gatekeepers first. So this one I have mixed feelings on because it doesn't seem that good, if I'm being honest. I know there's highlights of him already, but I just don't think he's that good still, to be honest. He's still, I mean, I guess he's pretty good as a support unit. He's actually a really good support unit. He's just like upgraded Saline, and Saline is really good. So yeah, giving the healing is really good. Extra defense is really good. So he is giving up to, he's giving +5 to everything to his allies, which is, you know, that's pretty solid, you know. And he's also inflicting, what's he inflicting? It's inflicting something. I think, okay, but those effects are only during his... Anyways, the point is, he's not a bad unit anymore, but I don't think he is not, like, the meta shaker that, Brave Dimitri, Brave, Hector were when they got their weapon refines. He's just, like, he's still very much, like, a niche, pick, sort of, like a tech option. Hey, we got Catria! Nice! Very good. Her weapon's actually really nice. As a Pegasus Knight, I know how precious the wind is. I will enjoy the festival with my gratitude in mind. Alright, pretty cool. Definitely was very surprised to see her on the banner, but hey, this is a really good fodder unit. I'm not going to fodder this one unless I get another copy of her, which, I mean, I'm probably not going to be summoning on blue anymore, but honestly, if you get multiple copies of her, that's actually not too bad because her fodder is fantastic. And I think she's actually a pretty decent unit, too. Like, she'll probably do pretty well. Her attack and speed are pretty good. So, yeah, let's favorite that. Alright, pretty cool. Glad to get Catria. Oh my god, more 5 stars. Here's Maribel. Her weapon refine was okay. I never, like, refined it, but I heard it was okay. So, there's that. But yeah, in terms of weapon refined, I think Gatekeeper is an okay unit, but not, like, I'm not, like, I don't know, I'm tempted to get it just to support, like, as a support unit, because I think he'll be pretty decent in Ether Raid's offense, and he'll probably be pretty decent in Summoner Duels, too, if you're doing, like, a God Sword build. He can help heal, he can prevent the warping, which is actually kind of insane. So, I don't know, he is definitely more of a support unit, so, and he definitely needs a, oh my god, a Leer! Sick! Very nice. I keep getting male Leers. I hope this is a good sign, because I do like male Leer. Anyway, we're skipping blues for now, because we don't need another Catria, just not on the agenda right now, you know? Okay, so yeah. Those are my thoughts on Gatekeeper. He seems good, but not, like, super insane or anything, so, yeah, let's move on to Marianne. If I could spell her name. Man, how do we only have 2 Marianne alts? It seems kind of insane. I feel like we had more. Did we not have more? I'm not counting her being a backpack to Hilda, because that barely counts. That doesn't even count for most people. Okay, so here is Marianne's Phantasm Tome. And this one is really solid. This one's really good. It gives tempo, some damage reduction, nullification. Yeah, this one's pretty solid. Extra damage based off of speed. Extra stats. I think she's actually gonna be pretty good. Oh, more damage reduction. It's either gonna be 80 or 30, which, I mean, 80 is pretty good. So, oops. So yeah, she's looking pretty impressive. I still don't think she's gonna be a meta shaker upper either, but she's definitely really strong now. I think she's gonna be really good in Ether Raid offense. I don't think we're gonna be seeing her in Summoner Duels for the most part, but definitely usable. Really like how she turned out, and definitely a little bit sad that I foddered so many copies of her because, well, you know, attack speed unity is a really good fodder skill, and I will admit I'm not the biggest Marianne fan, so I was thinking, you know, I don't really mind foddering her. Definitely regret that now, because she got a pretty decent refine. Would have been really good on a Gale Force team. But, you know, mistakes happen, we learn from them. We learned we don't fodder Brave units ever, unless they're a unit you absolutely hate. Or their fodder is absolutely god tier. So, but yeah, overall Marianne got a really good one. So yeah, all Marianne fans should be pretty happy about that. In terms of Marth, I got some things to say about Marth. Just pull up this one. This is, you know, working 2 screens at once is harder than it looks like it would be. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this one's not too terrible, although honestly, like, it seems like most of it is just the same effect as his base weapon, which is not super great. I mean, they added extra stuff like half of tempo, but if I'm being honest, most builds don't really even need that because they have times pulse 4, like highly invested Marths already have like times pulse 4, so they don't really need this, to be honest. So that's not great. But let's take a look at the rest of it. So he's getting more stats based off of his allies and his own stats, or the bonuses that is. And he's also getting 40% damage reduction on the first like strikes, like either first attack or first 2 brave attacks. So that's pretty decent. Alright, we haven't gotten a focus unit yet. Come on! Don't be shy, Claude. Don't be shy, Dagr. Yeah, so this one is not really great. Although, it could be argued that Marth was already pretty decent as he was, so he didn't really need... Like, honestly, most of the Choose Your Legends 5 units weren't terrible, so they really didn't need a weapon refine. Not as badly as the CYL 4 or CYL 3 units. So it makes kind of sense why it's so tame. Oh, nice! We got a Kagero. Bond Unwavering. I am Kagero, and this is my friend Orochi. We're here to celebrate the Wind Festival. Alright, short, sweet, and to the point. Oh, no, minus speed. Well, that's, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, Disarmed Trap 4, pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna use her in my, Ether Raid's offense team. Probably not, but, we'll see. I mean, she does have Kanto. This unit seems like just an upgraded Nino, to be honest. A Thief Nino. Which is good, but it does seem like she just like, hey, can I copy your homework? Sure, but just change up a little bit so it doesn't look obvious. And this is the product we got. It seems a little bit like that, but, yeah, let's take a quick look at her support conversation.
Uh-huh. An auspicious sign.
What is it, Orochi? Another divination?
Exactly. I must discern how we'll perform as a unit.
Do we really need the cards for that? We've been together since we were little. No one here knows you better than I do.
You just love to blurt things out, don't you? Have a little tact.
I'm simply speaking the truth. Don't tell me you're embarrassed to hear it. I've been carrying your smile with me all this time, Orochi. I don't see why I'd forget that now.
Oh, that's enough with the gushy talk. We're not kids anymore.
Maybe not, but who's to say we won't grow even closer as we get older?
Well, someday we will be little old ladies, but not today. I shudder to think of it.
Oh, it won't be that bad. Picture this. The two of us enjoying the breeze on the veranda as we sip some tea. Peace has returned, and we're free to relax and admire the cherry blossoms. Won't that be nice?
Well, when you put it that way, I can't complain. I guess we will be stuck with each other.
Naturally. And don't even think about getting killed out there.
Perish the thought. Still, that's enough wool gathering. We should turn our attention to the fight.
Agreed. Our teamwork can't be beaten. Not in this battle, or any other. Onward.
Okay, a little bit on the boring side. They're just talking about how, oh man, we're good friends, but who says we can't get a little closer? In all seriousness, it's fine. It's a little bit on the boring side, so it's not the greatest. But, yeah, hopefully we can get a Claude on the way. Okay, so this is gonna make the, sparking a little bit complicated. I think I'm gonna go for Dagr, because Claude's rate, and I forgot to calculate this, but Claude's rate in theory should be higher than Dagr's, so after this I'm just gonna snipe red, and we should be good to go there. So let's go for Dagr, because I don't plan on foddering Claude. I don't really want his skill on anyone. I mean, I know it's good, but I just don't personally want it on anyone right now. Alright, here is Dagr, Bluster Princess. Bluster Princess? Hey! Dagr has arrived! Time to get this wind festival started! Alright, oh, that kite is so cool. Alright, here she is with, alarm attack speed, twin sky wing, attack speed class 4, pretty decent kit. And that beat skill is pretty interesting. Giving Pathfinder to a unit, I think that should be pretty decent in summoner duels. I would imagine so. Although that's going to require some testing. So, but yeah, overall pretty happy to get another alt of her. Definitely there is a Dagr dev in IS, and I am all okay with that. Anyways, let's switch over to another banner. Let's go for our arena summon today. Blue is always the best color, so we're going to go for blue again. I mean, yeah, blue has a duo unit. It has 2 of the CYL winners that got a really good refine, and hey, there's an Anna. I think we should be expecting her weapon refine soon. She's actually not a bad, like, lance god weapon, although I'm not the biggest fan of the Awakening Anna being the Apotheosis Anna. Oh, minus attack. Ooh, I love a minus attack. I wish she was a Trickster Anna, but, you know, maybe we'll get her eventually. Anyways, let us summon on this. We're just gonna go just reds. All I really want are Leaf, and of course, no reds. I don't even know who's on green or colorless. I guess we'll go green. Green's not too bad. Yeah, definitely only gonna go for blue if I can help it, just because I do want more rearmed Leafs, and people have been going crazy over the new no follow-up skills. People were sleeping on them at first. And if I'm being honest, I don't totally why people are going super crazy over them now. Like, they're good, but can't we just outsource no follow-up? I don't totally understand. Maybe I'm just really stupid, and so I don't understand. But in my mind, they're not, like, super good skills. But hey, to each their own. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep summoning on this. Just go for reds. Yeah, in terms of the CYL 5 weapon refines, yeah, Marth. Definitely got a short end of the stick. I don't think it's bad, but it's more like a Brave Claude kind of like tier where it's like pretty good. It improves the unit, but is not making them a meta threat by any means. Although, you know, Martha's probably gonna do his job fine of vantage sweeping and everything, so, you know, it's not terrible. But definitely doesn't push him up in the God Sword like tier list or anything. He's definitely more of a unit. Like, he was like A- unit, maybe he's an A unit now. That would be my guess. At least that's the kind of vibe that I got. So, yeah, a bit disappointed, but yeah. And then there's Erica, and if I'm being honest, that one's it's not super good. I've done some testing on it. Let's take a peek at it. Yeah, this one was a bit disappointing. Binding Regan Leaf. Yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, it does give her full no follow-up, even though, like, why would she really care about preventing the foe's follow-ups? Like, ideally, you just want her to kill in the first round. So I honestly would have, I think everyone would rather she just have, like, damage reduction nullification, but she didn't get that. You're gonna have to outsource that with legendary female, a leader, and not everyone's gonna have a copy of that. So that one's a little rough. I think she's good with that support, but without it, she's actually definitely struggling. Her speed's not good enough, her damage isn't good enough, mainly because damage reduction is just rampant all over the place, not to mention the flat damage reduction, so it is rough. I really thought they were going to give her damage reduction nullification, but, you know, we don't live in that timeline. We just get more stats and, like, a lull effect, which, I mean, isn't terrible, but I think we all expected more, especially the stupid, like, inflict minus X, where, like, it scales up based on the number of bonuses they have with a max of 9, which, I mean, just 1 extra point per status effect, that's, like, kind of underwhelming. It should have been, like, ×2 at least, you know? That's how I would have done it, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, it is pretty rough. Definitely wish she got treated a bit better, but yeah, I mean, she's not terrible. She can still take out some decent tanks, but I think actually of all the CYL units, she got treated the worst because I don't know. There's a lot that's going against her right now, and she didn't get the things she needed to really cover up that weakness because yeah, it's not looking great. It's not looking great. So overall, the CYL 5 refined batch was, I don't like being negative, but it was a little bit underwhelming. I gotta say, it wasn't great. So pretty upset about this. Although Gatekeeper is going to be I think he's going to be really good in summoner duels. So definitely watch out for him. He's going to be stopping all those guidances and legendary Hinokas and just assault troop units in general. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But apart from that, I'm not super a fan of him. Marianne is good, but I think she's only really just good in Ether Raid's offense for the most part. I would love to see an interesting build on her that can like do some decent stuff in summoner duels, but I just don't see it happening. And then what was that one here? Okay. And then Marth and Erica, they really did not get a great one. Maybe it's just the curse of second place, so maybe just, I don't know, it sucks to get second place sometimes because a lot of their refines aren't super good. I mean, they're good, but they're not like great or anything. So yeah, that one's pretty rough. But you know, those weren't the only refines we got. We also got refines for Hell and Mirabilis and Itsuki, and I think I'm forgetting someone. Actually, I don't think so. So yeah, so Hell's is actually pretty good. I tested it out a little bit, and I also gave her a guard bearing 4, and she's actually really decent now. She survives a lot of shit now. She's pretty hard to take down. She's got that miracle effect in her that, you know, still only applies to non-magic and non-staff, but that's a decent chunk of the unit pool, so she's gonna be surviving a decent amount. Tons of damage reduction. She hits relatively okay now. She just needs a lot of speed. But if you get the speed on her, she is pretty good. If you had invested in her, I think you should be really happy with how she turned out. She's actually pretty interesting, and also I like how she has this warping. I think that's got some story relevance because it didn't he just warp behind? Like in the book 3 story, she just warped behind Alphonse and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna kill you now." And then well, then obviously Alphonse didn't die, but I think it's a reference to that, which is pretty interesting. Definitely could make her a threat, because like she could just warp behind a squishy unit and just pop them, and like you can't just like body block. She might actually just swoop in and just kill them, which could be pretty annoying. So that's pretty interesting. Really liking how Hell is. Honestly, she might be my #1 pick in the refine / remix this time around because it's actually pretty freaking good. Borderline possible, like if you have a really highly invested one, she could be a decent summoner duelist frontliner, I would think. I know it's a bold statement, but that's just my opinion. Definitely requires more testing, but yeah, definitely very impressed. Mirabilis actually got a pretty decent one too. Her weapon, if she does some combat, she's going to be able to inflict the not counterattacking effect, so that's pretty decent. Man, we're not getting any 5 stars. Why did I also summon for these greens? Ridiculous! Get out of here! Okay, red. Okay, just remember, red. But yeah, Mirabilis is pretty decent as well. You know, there's a lot of times where she will actually attack instead of dance, which can be annoying sometimes, but at least now there's, like, something to look forward to. It's like, oh, now the enemies can't attack back, so that's pretty decent. Might be decent for Pawns of Loki as well, possibly. But for the most part, Mirabilis got a somewhat tame, but, you know, decent remix and refine. So, and she was fine the way she was already. She's a dancer. A dancer is almost always going to be really good. So, even if she got nothing, even if she got flat out just fucking nothing, she would still be pretty decent. So, yeah, happy about that. And I don't even remember what Itsuki's was, to be honest. So I'm not even going to opine on that. So overall, this refined batch was a little bit disappointing. Definitely expected a lot more from CYL 5. They just deserved more. I felt like a lot of the units weren't doing super great. You can make them work with maximum like investment and everything. Here's a Julia. That's pretty awesome. Fallen Julia. Hoping she gets a good refine down the line. Alright, minus speed. Gotta love that. But yeah, we'll see. You know, these units will definitely benefit from new skills down the line, so just because their refines might not be super good doesn't mean they're not going to have synergy later on. Like, for instance, Summer female Shez is doing really well with the new B skill from Ira. I forgot what it was called, but that okay. Let me just take care of the barracks real quick, guys. Okay, and I'm back. So let us continue on this banner. We definitely didn't get the red units that we wanted. A little disappointed there, but you know, hopefully we can. At least there's a sparks. Okay, so there's a silver lining at the end. But yeah, overall this batch was a little bit disappointing. Definitely a little underwhelming, but hey, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles, and we're just gonna fucking deal with it. So. Yeah, anyways, let us not be super down in the dumps. We do have some questions to answer. Thank you so much from the viewers. These are some leftovers from the CYL 7 questions, so let us take a crack at some of these. Alright, here's a question from Azure Anchors. What's your favorite story that you've experienced through games or other media? Bro, probably no Fire Emblem game. Maybe Genealogy Holy War comes pretty close, but most Fire Emblem games' stories are relatively mediocre. In terms of TV shows, I think Avatar: The Last Airbender has a pretty good story. All of it has a really good, like, it all ties together really well with the world that they're building. Although I think if I were to give it my number one, probably Metal Gear. I know I don't talk about Metal Gear super often on this channel, but I'm a big Metal Gear fan. I mean, I don't play as much as I used to, but MSG3 is my jam, you know. Love that game. So definitely really excited for when it's getting a remake. Really looking forward to that. Almost busted a gut when I saw that revealed. That was pretty awesome. Man, where are the reds? I really use a red right now. At a 9.5 rate. Okay. But yeah. Definitely, I think Metal Gear has a pretty good story. Definitely a big fan of how complex it is and how dark it is. Definitely really interesting. It just kind of sucks that they don't make new Metal Gear games anymore after Hideo Kojima left Konami. But you know, there'll always be the old games that we can play, so I would have to say probably Metal Gear. The Metal Gear franchise has a really solid story. Anyways, we didn't get anything here, or at least no focus unit, so let us just spark for a leaf. But yeah, thank you so much, Azure Anchors, for the question. Yeah, Metal Gear, I kind of want to play some more Metal Gear now. Alright, here is Rearmed Leaf. Alright, well, that summoning was kind of a bust, so it's at 10%. God, fuck. We might have to come back to this later. I might summon on that privately on my own, but in the meantime, we're gonna try to go for Claude. I'm kind of regretting to summon on the other banner because I didn't get anything, but, you know, I didn't know that going in, so, yeah, good times. Alright, next question is from Bulbasaur617, and they ask, what are your top 3, 5, or 10 favorite original characters from the Fae game in character and story-wise so far? Top 3 or 5 or 10? I'll just list out all the characters I like in no particular order. Okay, well, my first particular order, in terms of character and story-wise, if I'm gonna be honest, Bulbasaur, I don't really pay attention to the story, so a lot of my, like, favoritism of these characters has less to do with story and more to do with personality and design. So number 1 is definitely going to be Leaf. He was really cool. He was the reason why I started reading the story starting in book 3 of Heroes, because back then it was like story, skip. You know, press the skip button. I don't care what's going on, so I don't really even know what happened in book 2 or 1. Not really. I kind of forgot. Or no, I never even knew. So, there's that. But Leaf made me actually start getting interested in the story, so really like him. Dagr is another favorite of mine. You know, not favorite enough to want to +10 her on this banner because, you know, your girl is broke. So, there's that. But definitely Dagr is a huge favorite, and I'm glad that seems to be the more popular one over Note. Although I do love Note as well, but Dagr is definitely my favorite. Another favorite's gotta be, you know, Fafnir is pretty cool. I like Fafnir, not as much as some other people. I know a lot of people are big Fafnir stands. But yeah, he definitely had a menacing aura in the beginning. He had that really weird meme face, which was interesting and very, kind of creepy. But, yeah, definitely Fafnir. I think he deserved a better ending. He got spirited away and turned into a monster, which, based off of his name, we should have just guessed if you knew any Norse mythology. I mean, I don't know any Norse mythology, really, so I was surprised, but if you do know, like, you saw that coming, you know. Or, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Fae OCs, to be honest. Most of them are kind of shallow or one note. I know a lot of people like Veronica. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of her. She's, I don't even know why people like her. I'm sure there are reasons, but I don't know if I can totally relate, to be honest. And let me think. Yeah, honestly, I can't think of any, probably because most of the cast didn't really leave an impression on me, so I'm gonna say mostly just Leaf, Dagr, and Fafnir. Those are the ones that mainly struck a chord with me, for the most part. You know, we're running out of orbs, and I do want to get Claude, so I'm gonna add some more orbs in my stash. Be right back. Okay, we got about 200 more orbs now, so, yeah, we're just gonna be summoning until we get Claude. I don't know why he's making it so hard, because in theory, it should be easier. We have not been super lucky with the focus units, this time around, so, you know, luck cometh and luck taketh away. So, you know, that's just the ebb and flow of luck. You know, nothing against it really. It just happens. As a statistician, I do understand that. Just don't love it when I'm on the receiving end of that. But yeah, in terms of FAOCs, those are the 3 that I can really think of off the top of my head. So, yeah, thanks so much, Bulbasaur, for the question. This next question comes from Louises. From the new CYL 7 units, which one do you think is going to age the worst? I think the one who's probably going to age the worst is probably Gulvig. Just because I think she's already, like, not, like, top tier. She's pretty good. And honestly, she's top tier fodder, but in terms of her as a unit, I can't say I'm the biggest fan. I mean, she's just a Gale Force unit, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's in and of itself pretty decent, but already I'm not super impressed with her. She's fine, but yeah, I think she's definitely got some issues that I think doesn't put her up with top tier meta relevance. Maybe she will get some good skills, like, to inherit down the line, but as of now, I don't think she's the best. People have been saying it's going to be Brave Corrin, but I don't know, just putting down the wall, the stones, that in and of itself is really valuable. Even if she's not using it, giving it to her allies, that is really insane. Giving extra defense, damage reduction, that, I don't think you can count that out. So I don't think it's going to be her. I think Robin, definitely no either, because oh my god, there's no greens, dude. Yeah, Robin is definitely going to keep staying because his support is actually really fantastic. I think a lot of people slept on her, on him. I was looking at Sylvia, at him. So that's probably why they were counting him out a little bit, but honestly, he's a pretty good unit. so I don't think he's going to be leaving the meta anytime soon. Just the rally spectrum is a really good status, so really like that a lot. And he also hits pretty hard too. Teleporting all over the place is pretty good. He's another reason why we do need Gatekeeper to stick around in the meta, because preventing him from teleporting is actually pretty insane, pretty useful. And then Soren, I don't think he's gonna be going out of style either, because giving someone a savior effect is really good, especially if they can't be a savior normally. So that could be pretty good. Even if they can be a savior normally, like what I've done in Summoner Duels, I don't know if this is the best idea, but I would just unequip one of the savior skills on an armor unit, but then just make sure they have enough defense to become the assigned target. And so it's more like I still have 2 savior units in like Summoner Duels or Ether Raids, Chaos Season. So honestly, I don't think Soren is going to be going out of style for a while. Although, because of how good he is now, I get the feeling he might get a bad refine down the line. I mean, look what happened to our boy Marth and our girl Erica. You know, it's like 2nd place. It's not a great place to be at. So, you know, we'll see down the line. But yeah, I think so far Gullveig's the one I'm the least impressed with, mainly because the thing that really made her super good is something that you could give to other people. The Flared Sparrow. I don't know why they... Oh, nice! Got a do. Very good. Pretty decent unit. Plus speed, you know. You know, Dedu's all about that speed, right? Okay, come on, Claude. Really? Just want one Claude, you know? Can we get one Claude? But no, he decided to not show up. So yeah, that about covers that question. Thank you so much, Louises, for the question. This next question comes from HTNT9. Oh my god, question luck. We got a Hilda. Alright, not too bad. More 3 houses. Can we get Claude though? Come on, Hilda's there, Claude, so you should join her with the golden deers. Maybe. Okay, no, it's just Barst. Okay, so yeah, back to the question. All the best of luck on your summons. Thanks so much. I'm going for Gullveig and Robin. Question: what new mechanic would you like to see implemented in Fae? Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'm not a game designer, so I wouldn't really know what to put in or what would be a good idea. But I think I've said this before, where I wish we could have units with multiple weapons. Because, you know, normal Fire Emblem games, you can equip different weapons and stuff, so maybe like a type of unit who can use multiple weapons would be kind of cool. Because sometimes, like, oh, I could use this arcane weapon, or I could use my my normal weapon that I have. So that could be pretty interesting. Not sure how good it would be or how good the implementation would be. It sounds like something that could be really buggy. But I think something like that would be pretty cool. In terms of other mechanics, I want to see more terrain. Oh, why am I going on this red? More terrain would be pretty cool. I think the one where you create an ice pillar from like from Engage was pretty interesting. I don't know if that would be super broken. It might be completely busted to just start terraforming the map. Like, imagine you're playing Summoner Duels and you have this toxic team that just blocks out the opponent's team from getting into the scoring like area. And you can just totally block them out. That would be lots of crap. Maybe that's why we don't have that, because that would just be totally shit to go through. Oh my god, finally we've got a Claude! Yes! Finally! A Festival of Wind, eh? Well, you've piqued my interest. Count me in. Alright, he's finally here, with neutral IVs, so that it is what it is. Oh my god, alright, finally we got him. I was starting to get a little nervous, because we've summoned quite a lot on this banner, so... But yeah, we finally got him, and he's definitely probably the most interesting unit on this banner, so... Yeah, definitely really excited to try him out. You know what? Fuck it, let's just keep summoning. We'll just go for this full circle, and then we'll be good to go. But yeah, in terms of other mechanics, yeah, other terrains, I don't remember what's another one that's good. In Engage, I don't remember. I'm sorry if my answer is shit. I'm just really bad at thinking up of these kind of things off the cuff. But just more terrain effects would be cool. Definitely, terrain effects definitely shake up the game a lot. So probably that. Ooh, a water one would be interesting. That one decreases avoidance, so maybe that gives true damage. That actually could be pretty scary. So maybe something like that would be pretty cool. Alright, so that about covers the summoning session. Thank you so much, HTNT9, for the question. Alright, that about ends that, so let's head over to the recap. Alright, so this is a haul we got. So yeah, not too bad. We got a copy of everyone. Eventually, you know, Claude took his sweet ass time. I don't know what he was scheming. But we also got a Rhea, really happy about that. Not the greatest IVs, but, you know, it's always cool to add a new character to my Pokédex. We sparked on that Rearmed and Ascended banner, but all we got was a leaf. I mean, we did get we got a Julia, but, yeah, we did not get a leaf or a fear, so a little bit upset on that, but we got some good stuff. Every character, we got a male Leer, so pretty cool. Yeah, we got the Dude, always great to see my boy, and Hilda, plus attack actually, and actually pretty good, pretty solid. So yeah, overall, you know, not the greatest summoning, but hey, any excuse to hang out with you guys and just chat a little bit is a great time, so, you know, good or bad, the summoning session, it's just a fun time to hang out with you guys. So yeah, let me know if you guys summon on this banner. Do you guys do alright? Do you guys do better than me? It took me so long to get a Claude, even though in theory it should be easier to get because he's green. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Got everyone, so can't complain. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this summoning session on this Wind Tribe banner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.